Hey everyone, how's it going? So I just wanted to kind of give the backstory on how I went from renting a house for 11 years to being able to put some money down and actually have a mortgage on this townhome. Because I think I didn't really get into detail when I was given the video last night when I was talking about what I've been dealing with. Anyway, so. Let's go back to September of 2022. My dad had been sick for quite a while, and I think I'm not sure if he came down with COVID or not, but his health had been steadily getting worse, and he was to the point where he was on oxygen. He was on oxygen every day. And his health just got worse and worse, and unfortunately, yeah, he did pass away 2 years ago. I think on the 10th. Yeah, we're coming up on 2 years already. I'll have to get hold of my older brother. But yeah, it's been hard to believe. So, bless your heart, Dad. I love you. I miss you. But yeah. So when he passed, he had left me, like I said, his mobile home and his 1979 El Camino. And the thing with the mobile home is it's located in Kingman, Arizona, and I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada. So, so my older brother, he lives in California. So I get this. So my brother who lives in California, he rented a car, drove from California to Las Vegas, picked me up, and then we drove from Las Vegas to Kingman all in the same day. And I think I don't think there's a time zone difference. But so my brother would get to my house at 10 o'clock maybe in the morning after leaving Ventura, California at 5 or 6 a.m. So he would get the car the night before, I believe, the day before. Leave it like 5 or 6 in the morning. Get to my house at 9 or 10, and it's like a 2 to 2.5 hour drive, I think, from Vegas to Kingman. So we wouldn't get there till like 12:30, and most of the places close at like 5 p.m. So we've only got like 4.5 hours each time we go out there to try and get stuff done. So the first time we went to look at the mobile home to see what kind of condition it was in, see what my dad left inside, and we also went to look at the car. And I believe that first day we didn't get anything done in terms of paperwork or anything. I'm trying to think because we didn't have a whole lot of time that day. We may have done something with the DMV, but anyway, so we ended up going back at least 2 more times. I think it was 2 more times, maybe 3. So each time, my brother would rent the car, drive from California, pick me up, go to Kingman, and I think on the second trip we transferred the car title over to my name, but I transferred it over in Arizona plates, Arizona registration. So I drove it back to Las Vegas with Arizona plates, and I think 5 or 6 months ago, I finally got plates for Nevada. I finally got the registration switched over. But so we did that the second time. And I believe the second time also we went to the bank. And because my dad had a little bit of money left in his checking account. So we went to the bank and I closed out the account. I took out what little bit of money was left in there. And again, thank you, Dad, for making all this possible. So, so that was either the first trip we may have gone to the bank or the second. I'm not sure. It's kind of fuzzy now. It's been a year ago now. Last February or March of 23. So then the third time we went out, we had to go to the title company because I had to get the house switched over to my name. The deed, the title, whatever. And so let's jump into why we decided to sell the house. Me and my older brother, Tommy, that's his name. Shout out to Tommy. So the mobile home was in disrepair. The roof was leaking. The foundation was sagging. The heater didn't work. The AC we don't think worked. It had a septic tank somewhere out in the yard, and we don't know. We didn't know what the condition of that was. We don't think my dad ever had it pumped out, so we weren't sure what the condition of that was in. Plus, it was just the inside. It needed a lot of work. The siding was coming off. The roof needed to be replaced. I mean, it was just wasn't going to be feasible for me to try to take over the mortgage because my dad still owed on it. I'm not sure how much he owed on it, but I would have had to have tried to apply for a mortgage and then move out there and then get a job out there. And so let's talk about that aspect of it. I've had my current job for 8 years. It pays really well, working at a casino as a slot technician, and it made no sense for me to what am I going to do? Quit my job in Vegas, move out to Kingman, take over the mobile home that needs a lot of repairs, and then get a job at the Walmart or somewhere out there. I mean, there's not a lot of opportunity for work. I mean, so you could probably all agree that the best thing to do was to sell the mobile home, because I've got a job here. I had a place we were renting. I mean, my whole life was here. My job was here. I mean, and I'm not going to commute 2.5 hours from Kingman just to live in the mobile home that my dad left for me. So it just made more sense for us to sell it. So in its condition, we only listed it for I think 82 or 84,000 because of the condition it was in, the part of town it was in, the neighbors around there. They're all mobile homes, and there's no HOA, so there's a lot of rundown yards. It just wasn't in the best part of town, and that's not my dad's fault. He lived a simple life, which is maybe where I got kind of my traits from, because I don't have anything flashy, blingy. I just have basic stuff, and I've got some money in the bank, but I'm not like, ooh, I got to go out and buy this and that. And I just don't. I take care of my basic stuff, and the money, the money's there if something comes up that I need to spend it on, but I'm not looking to go out and buy stuff I don't need. So maybe I got that from my dad, which I think is a good trait to have. Only spend money on things you need. Don't buy stuff that you want that isn't going to benefit you. So anyway, yeah, so we sold the mobile home for 80. We listed it for 84, I think, and we sold it for 80. I think just around 80,000. And after all the fees and everything were done, I ended up with I think around 30,000. But I had to reimburse my brother Tommy because he rented the car, drove out here, stayed in a hotel a few times. So I reimbursed him because I don't expect him to come out on his own time, renting a car, putting all this stuff on credit cards or however he did it. So I paid him back for all he did. And if he hadn't have gone with me, then I would have had to hire a lawyer because I have no idea how to do this house selling thing or none of it. First time for me. So if he hadn't come with me, I mean, I would have been lost. So my big brother came through. He was 90% of this being possible. He was the glue, the backbone, the orchestrator. So without him, I might still be trying to sell the place. So thank you, bro. And it helps that he's an appraiser. He's an appraiser in California, so he's not making a lot of money right now. So me reimbursing him was a big help. So, and I had no problem paying him back. I mean, he put this, he was helping me out, taking time out of his day, and we had a lot of fun. I think back on it now, going out there every day, looking at the house, looking at the car, having to get another battery for the car because the one died, and then driving it back at like 55 miles an hour, driving it back from Kingman. I mean, the whole thing was it was kind of surreal when I think about it, the whole process of selling the house, getting the car, going out there, having fun with him, driving around, the old part of town. We had some time to kind of, I mean, not really sightsee, but kind of drive through like the older part of Kingman. So, but I mean, it was a once in a lifetime experience. It really was. So, so yeah, and of course with selling the house, I had to wire money to a bank in California and do all that stuff, with the money for this townhome, the earnest money deposit, all that kind of stuff. And again, that was a big process with my realtor and my loan agent. So I went from selling a mobile home to buying a townhome. So I did both in like the same year. This was all 2023. So I'm going back and forth between Kingman and there, looking for a place to rent because we had to move out of our rental house. So I'm looking for somewhere to rent, going back and forth between Kingman, working my job, trying to find a townhome to buy because rent was just too high at the time. And I think rent is still probably a little too high. Maybe I should have rented. I'm kind of thinking, should I have rented or should I have bought? And I'm thinking, I'm still happy with buying, even though some people would say, buying's not a good idea. I mean, there's hidden costs. I mean, I'm aware of that. I've got some money in savings. If something happens, hopefully nothing will happen. Nothing's gone wrong yet with the townhome. No major repairs yet. I haven't made any repairs, but I haven't had to replace anything like the water heater, AC, anything like that. I'm just kind of sitting on the money. And not spending it again on stuff I don't need because I'm waiting for something big to happen so I have the money to do it rather than having to go take out a loan. So so I have the money. I put some down on this place and finally found this place because I didn't want to be too far from my work because I didn't have the car. I wasn't sure if I was going to have the car at the time, so I wanted to be close to the bus line so I could take the public transportation to work. But I didn't want to be too far from work anyway. So this townhome was in my top like 3 because we went and looked at a lot of places. Some of them were run down. Some of them they wanted more than they were worth. Some of them needed a lot of work. This one was pretty much move-in ready. I mean, all I had to buy was a washer and dryer. It came with the dishwasher, stove, refrigerator, built-in microwave. The stove doesn't look brand new, but I mean, it's in good shape. The refrigerator looks new, the microwave looks new, dishwasher's new. So I mean, I got all that. And so I mean, it's pretty much moving ready. And when this one came up again, I'm like, oh yeah, can we try to get this one? And I ended up getting it. And again, I have to thank my dad for leaving the mobile home for me to do what I wanted to with, and we decided to sell it. I got the townhome, was able to put some money down on it. So going to my mortgage is $1,550 a month for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath townhome. It's like 967 square feet. It looks small. It's kind of big for the size, and I'll do a walkthrough, I guess, one of these days and kind of show everybody the size. I mean, for being up under 1,000 square feet, perfect for someone living alone, someone single. But on top of the $1,550, I also pay $253 a month for HOA, which I'm not too happy about paying HOA fees or being in an HOA. But at the time of having to decide to rent or buy, I was kind of up against the clock, and I'm like, most places are going to be an HOA. Some of them wanted $300, some wanted $400 a month, $350. This, I believe, was the lowest of all of them. And the HOA covers my water, sewer, and trash. And I don't pay $253 a month for water, sewer, and trash. I just know I don't. But if I were paying those 3 myself, it'd probably be less than $150. So I'm paying more for the HOA. But I mean, they have the landscapers come through. We have the pool and the spa that's free for us. Well, I call it free, but I'm paying $253 a month for the HOA fees. So I mean, there's kind of drawbacks to it, but for the most part, they leave me alone. The only letters I get in the mail from the HOA are for the upcoming meetings, if you want to go to the meetings, and they're usually like on a Tuesday or Wednesday night. I could probably go to one. I think I'm going to go to one just to see one of these on my day off, if one's on a Tuesday or Wednesday at night or in the morning. I'm going to go to one just to see. What the heck? You got to go to at least one HOA meeting, right? Especially if you've got no life. If you've got nothing else better to do, Either go sit at the DMV just for the hell of it, or or go to an HOA meeting just to see what they discuss, because I know you're supposed to know what the minutes are and what the budget is, so you don't get a property, or you don't get an HOA hike increase. My HOA fees stayed the same this year. I got a letter earlier in the year saying your HOA fees are not going to go up. They're going to stay the same. I'm like, okay, good. So I don't know about next year. They could go up, they could go down. I don't expect them to go down. If they go up, hopefully it won't be too much. So there is the hidden thing about HOA fees going up. My mortgage could go up. Hopefully, if it does, it's not too much. So is it better than renting and paying $1,800 a month? $1,850, because I pay a little bit extra toward my interest. I'm only paying $50 extra right now. I'm going to try and bump that up to kind of get my loan amount down. But yeah, so I've been here almost a year. I moved in October 1st of 2023, and so far it's going well. And I'm trying to think if I missed anything regarding this whole selling and buying process. I don't think I did, but if I missed anything, if you have any questions about anything else with the buying process or the selling process, probably more the buying process. I remember more of that than I do the selling process. But if you have questions about either one, let me know in the comments, and I will try to elaborate on whatever else you want to know in case you're going to be selling or buying or something. I can kind of give my opinion on it. But it all went fairly smoothly, fairly smooth. But anyway, that's going to do it for now, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, hope you're all doing well. And I'll see you soon for the next video. Bye now.